Florida Republican Senator Marco Rubio addressing the issue a short time ago with me in this exclusive chat.
There's the crisis right there, is the fact that Geithner doesn't think there is one. I mean, the president's budget, who he works for, was just voted down yesterday 99 to nothing. Not even the Democrats would vote for the president's budget, and the Senate Democrats haven't offered a budget in over 3.5 years. I mean, do people back home fully understand what I just explained? The Democrats in Washington that control the Senate have not offered a budget in 3.5 years, almost 4 years now. This government has spent close to $10 trillion since the budget was last passed by them. So for those that don't like the Ryan budget, for example, like the president, where's their budget? Where is Harry Reid's budget? Where's the Democrats in the Senate's budget? Look, I understand that at the end of the day, in order to get a budget, both sides are going to have to give and take a little bit. But how can you give and take, or as you called it, back and forth, if the other side's not even at the table? And I think that's outrageous. And I think for the Secretary of the Treasury to say that there is no crisis when this government will again this year spend over $1 trillion more than it takes in, I think that right there is the crisis.
I think what the Secretary was referring to and responding to were these threats. That's how he characterized them from House Speaker John Boehner, that when we come to this debt ceiling, it could be late this summer, it could be later. Technically, you could push it off even beyond that. That if there isn't a corresponding amount of spending cuts to go along with however much you raise the debt ceiling, he won't go for that. The president, I guess, has made very clear, Senator, he won't go for that. So here, then, another debt ceiling crisis.
Well,
do you think one's going to happen?
Well, we are having a debt ceiling crisis on a daily basis, and here's why. Because this government every year is spending $1.5 trillion more than it takes in. And I think what the Speaker is saying is, let's use the next debt limit expiration as an opportunity to begin to deal with this thing in a serious way. And the last one just came and went, and it wasn't dealt with in a serious way. When is the United States federal government and when is this president going to begin to seriously address the fact that this is a government that spends $1.5 trillion a year more than it takes in? That has to be dealt with. That is not going to solve itself. It's not going to go away on its own. And every year that goes by that it remains unresolved, the harder it becomes to solve. So I think that's what the Speaker's trying to say is, where's the sense of urgency here?
Bill Clinton had some thoughts on this matter, speaking at an investment conference, Senator, saying maybe the only answer really and realistically down the road are across-the-board tax increases on everyone, not just the rich. In other words, when the rates, the old Bush rates, expire, what he seems to be saying is let them all expire. What do you make of it?
Well, if you raise taxes on people that don't have jobs, what's the point? If you raise taxes on an economy that isn't growing, you're going to destroy it. There is only one solution, but the solution is growth. This economy has to grow. The only way for us to find ourselves out of this problem that we face today is the combination of rapid, explosive economic growth combined with a new sense of fiscal discipline. So hold the line on spending and grow your economy really fast. And the problem with the tax increases that former President Clinton is outlining is that they will prevent or hold back the kind of rapid economic growth that we need. Now, if our economy grows really fast, then you're going to have more taxpayers. That means you don't need more taxes. You're going to get more taxpayers, more people working, more people paying taxes, more people making more money, which means from a monetary perspective they'll pay more in taxes. And then if we have fiscal discipline to use that money to pay down the debt, that's how you solve this problem. And I think that's something that both parties should be able to agree on, but unfortunately it's become part of this, back and forth in the political cycle.